of Tajiri Live. We had the maiden edition last week, and what we did was to give you an overview of what Tajiri Project is all about. Now we will go straight into looking at every aspect of the ecosystem. But before then, let's quickly do a recap of a short recap of what we discussed the last week. We talked about Tajiri project being a decentralized digital ecosystem, decentralized digital ecosystem that was specifically created to solve some specific problems that can be identified more in the African continent to help alleviate the problems. And it's decentralized because we use what we call the blockchain technology to drive the ecosystem. Basically, what the ecosystem is about is we're having different digital platforms, under one umbrella, and it's being powered or being driven by blockchain. So it gives everyone in Africa the opportunity to connect and also access and benefit from what we have to offer on the in the ecosystem. So having said that, we also identified some major problems that the project wants to help solve. Number one on the agenda is the problem of cross-border payments and remittance. We said last week that it is more difficult for entrepreneurs or business people to carry out transactions to make remittances and payments within African countries as against Africa and other continents. Reason being that the infrastructure that should drive that it's not readily available, and when it is very very expensive. Okay, we need something that is fast, something that is affordable, something that is credible. Okay, so that will now help to accelerate economic activities in Africa. So if more and more African countries are able to do business between each other, it tends to like improve on the benefits that everyone in Africa stands to gain. That is number one. Even with the issue of remittance, because what we have at the moment right now makes it very very expensive. Cost of doing the transfer from one African nation to another African nation is very very high. Okay, so having said that, we also look at the problem of financial exclusion. We identified the fact that the majority of the people that do business in Africa at the moment are unbanked. They do not have any relationship whatsoever with a financial institution. And what that means is that they cannot have access to financial support when they need it. So once that happens, it trifles the rate at which businesses are meant to grow, because businesses are actually supposed to leverage on financial institutions to expand their activities, to expand the value that they are offering to the consumers and to the general public. So funding, just like blood is to the body, so is funding or money is to the business. Once the business start having money problems, then it starts to die gradually. So for individuals that drive businesses or people that are business owners or entrepreneurs, they want access to funding, and they want it at an affordable rate, not what is obtainable at the moment, where you are asked to go and bring the death certificate of your ancestors, or to go and bring your father's leg and your grandmother's toenails. Although I'm just being ridiculous about that, but in a nutshell, in the context with which I'm trying to explain it is that the conditions to which you can have access to funding as a business owner most times in this part of the world is quite ridiculous. So we want to look at something that can give it to you as a business owner. Once you are credible, once you have a credible business, you should be able to have access to some form of financial support, and at a rate that will not be harmful to you or to your business. Okay, but if you don't even have a relationship with a financial institution, how do we even begin to start? Because it is that relationship that will now help to determine how much you can be availed, how much funding you will need. They can be able to do some bit of financial analysis on your business and the health of your business. Okay, so that is one. Unfortunately, most of those people that do business in this part of the world do not actually have access to this kind of facilities. So this helps in no good way to limit them to do business even bigger. Okay. Another thing that we also identified that is a major problem, especially in this African continent, is what we call digital exclusion. Digital exclusion, whether it's deliberate or not, you find out that if you are to do a cross analysis of people that have access to the digital space, or that are actually using services on the internet, you find out that you have less of people that do that from the African continent. Reason can be as a result of the infrastructure. We do not have the necessary infrastructure to actually drive that. I was made to understand that in a place like in the US, once you pay for your monthly bill, as far as data is concerned, you pay. So it is not about the volume that you use. Basically, it's about the monthly bill that you pay for. Unfortunately, that is not obtainable in this part of the world. Having access to the internet is is more like a luxury to most people in Africa. Reason is not far-fetched because we do not have some of the infrastructures that will help for us to be able to do that. So, and in the light of that, there are some benefits that we could have also taken advantage of, just like our counterparts in other parts of the globe, that we are unable to. And thirdly, it seems like the way even some of the platforms, the digital platforms are structured, they are like they do not want Africans to actually participate fully in what is obtainable there. I'll give two examples. One of such is PayPal. You find out that PayPal is a global payment platform, but there are some certain countries in Africa, Nigeria being one of them, is that they they have limited access to the services that PayPal offers. PayPal would allow you to make purchases. They will allow you to make your purchases, from Nigeria. You can link your maybe debit card or your credit card, and you can make purchases using PayPal. But unfortunately, that's where it ends. You cannot receive payments. You cannot receive payments. You cannot receive transfers with PayPal in Nigeria and a couple of other African countries. That is a sort of like a disadvantage, to people of Africa, because what it means basically is that you can afford to spend your own money, which means you're giving value to people that are outside your country or your continent, but you cannot actually get value in return. So that tends to exclude you from participating in that area where it is more beneficial, because you are actually selling either your products or your services. But if that kind of service is you are cut off from it, how does your business thrive? How do you make revenue? to actually do that. Second example I would want to cite is the example of YouTube. YouTube, everybody knows that nowadays you can actually make money from YouTube, but what most people do not know is that if you are from Africa, the chances of you making good money from YouTube is far, far, far lower compared to your counterparts in Europe or America or even Asia. Um, I cannot really give you explicitly the reason why that is, but you find out that the rate is ridiculously low when you have your videos, that is being uploaded, or you are doing you have your account in the African space. Okay, so all that tends to contribute to the digital exclusion that we are talking about, and which Tajiri project is trying to find a solution, or is working towards finding a solution to. Okay, so in the light of this, you'll see that if we have issues with cross-border payment and remittance. We have issues with financial inclusion. We have issues with digital exclusion. The rates of unemployment also will begin to increase. Then that tends to poverty. Also, you find out that businesses in Nigeria, especially startups, or in Africa generally, especially startups, cannot have access to professional services that would actually help them to thrive and to actually succeed. Reason being that they are quite expensive. If you are starting off as a business owner or as an entrepreneur, it will cost you a part of your startup capital, which you cannot afford, to get the services of professionals, that will help you in your business. Okay, so that will also help to like limit or discourage business owners or entrepreneurs, or even people that want to make income from the digital space. So these are the areas that the Tajiri project has actually identified as problems, and want to provide solution by giving the value in form of products and services in the digital space powered by blockchain technology. Okay, so last week we also talked about some of the key elements that make something that Tajiri ecosystem. First, we mentioned about AfriPayX, AfriPayX, which happens to be the financial backbone of the Tajiri ecosystem. That is very, very important because it will help to solve the problem of cross-border payments and remittances in Africa. All those bottlenecks that is actually associated with remitting money, with transfers and all that is looked into, and we have come up with AfriPayX to provide that service in a fast, affordable manner. So that will help to businesses to do even better. It's something that you can do via your phone, something you can do via your laptop. And at the click of a button, you are carrying out your transactions. And what makes it beautiful is that you can be in a place like Nigeria where naira is being spent, and you can actually send Ghana cedis to someone that is in Ghana. So what we do basically with AfriPayX is that it is the local currency of destination that is being paid. So it makes it a lot convenient, unlike the conventional way where everybody has to go and look for dollar. Normally what usually will happen is that I'm in Lagos, Nigeria, I have naira. I'll have to look for a financial institution or someone that I will need to change my naira for dollar. Once I get the dollar, I will now use the dollar to now transfer it through several financial institutions. Those financial institutions now will now take it to a financial institution in Ghana. Then it is that financial institution in Ghana that will now pay the person that I want to pay in dollars. What now happens is that the person will now have to go through the trouble of looking for who will collect dollars from him or her to change it to Ghana cedis. That is a whole lot of headache. AfriPayX has removed all that from the table. So all you just need to know is define, okay, how much it is in CD that you want to give to the person, or what is the value that you have agreed, or do the conversion using the current rates, and you use the platform or the application. And as long as you have money, with the help of the blockchain technology that is incorporated and other security tools and technology that has been incorporated with other features that makes this very, very convenient. Within a twinkle of an eye, you have carried out your transaction, and it makes it very, very interesting, very, very convenient, and very, very affordable. So we'll be looking at the other elements that make up the Tajiri ecosystem, but I want you to also have it at the back of your mind that for us to be able to carry out all these transactions within and all these economic activities within the ecosystem, we need a token that serves as what you might want to call a ticket, or what you might want to call a currency, as the case may be, that is being accepted within the ecosystem and also without, so that you can use it easily to carry out your transaction. And this token we have created, and we call it Tajiri. We created the token on um, Binance Smart Chain Network. Okay, we created it on Binance Smart Chain Network, and at the moment, the Taji token is traded on several exchanges, and the number of exchanges that you can trade the Taji token will keep increasing as the weeks go by, so that it becomes easier for you to either buy the Taji token or sell the Taji token, as the case may be. So once you have the Taji token, you can easily make use of all the platforms that is in the Tajiri ecosystem. Enough said about the ecosystem. So our focus today is on AfriPayX. I have spoken a bit about what AfriPayX does. So what I will just at this juncture, what I will do is to play you the explainer video that gives you in summary what AfriPayX will do and the kind of features that AfriPayX has. Okay, can we have the AfriPayX explainer video, please?
According to World Bank, there are over 66% of African adults who don't have access to any form of financial services. In addition, the African economy is largely disintegrated and underdeveloped, fueled by trade barriers, difficult in clearing international payments, and rapid erosion in store of value due to currency devaluation, inflation, and obstacles to cross-border payment and remittance, especially among traders, small businesses, local community, and the informal sectors. Apparently, there is a tremendous market for financial inclusion and services in Africa, since currently almost 80% of all financial transactions, especially among small businesses and local traders, are carried out in cash. Why is now the best time to invest in Africa fintech sector? Africa economy has the biggest room for growth and is currently regarded as the fastest growing economy in the world, driven by a young, rapidly urbanizing population and large number of emerging entrepreneurs. Africa's economy is expected to be worth $5.6 trillion within the next 5 years, and her digital economy is estimated to be worth over $200 billion in a few years. Rapid advances in financial technology, artificial intelligence or AI, blockchain, and smartphones are transforming the African economic and financial landscape. Thus, we create AfriPayX, leveraging blockchain decentralization technology to create a super fintech app for Africa economic integration and growth acceleration. AfriPayX. AfriPayX is simply the future of fintech, a one-stop solution that combines the power of decentralized and centralized technology in a simple and secure mobile and web application. A super wallet built on blockchain technology, mobile payment technology, DeFi protocol, and Web3 technology with integrated, secure multi-wallet system, crypto swapping system, P2P decentralized exchange with inbuilt system to support all verified BEP20, TRC20, and ERC20 tokens, fiat conversion system, store of value preservation vault system, and high-yield earning program, such as staking, liquidity pool provision, AMM, and automated algorithm trading system. AfroPayX is the primary backbone of Tajiri global economic ecosystem, built to facilitate Africa economic integration by enhancing cross-border payment, trade, and exchange of value. It will fast-track financial inclusion, drive global digital economic integration, reduce demand for forex and international trade, and help ordinary people earn securely and passively. Ultimately, AfroPayX will help unleash a new generation of entrepreneurs and SMEs, unlocking fresh opportunities for businesses, thus drive job creation and socio-economic development across Africa. AfroPayX is built for individuals, businesses, solution designers, and the Tajiri community. For individuals, you will be able to make secure, cheap, and fast cross-border, cross-currency payment with your local currency, crypto, and top BEP20 token. You will be able to easily pay bills and subscription as well as buy data, airtime, and tickets with crypto and Tajiri token. You'll also be able to trade and swap or convert fiat, crypto coins, and tokens easily with our simple decentralized swapping and P2P protocol, as well as participate in staking, lending, and LP earning programs. For businesses, you'll be able to accept payment in crypto with inbuilt optional auto-convert to your desirable stablecoin or fiat, create one-off and reoccurring invoice, and get paid in fiat and crypto. Accept donation, sell your product online to a global audience, and preserve your earning against loss of value with the AfroPayX Vault system, as well as access financial support in form of business loans secured with digital assets and AI-driven cash flow overdraft. For developers, unleash your potential and any new possibilities. Build new apps to accept global payment in any fiat or crypto by integrating AfroPayX API, SDK, extensions, and plugins. Tajiri token is the primary means for transaction fee, and users will enjoy up to 20% discount when transaction fees are paid with Tajiri token. This would help fuel demand for the token. More importantly, up to 25% of revenue generated from AfroPayX usage will be used to buy back Tajiri token for burning purpose on a quarterly basis to further drive scarcity for the token, whereas another 10% shall go to charity projects voted by the Tajiri community.
Okay, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. And you can see from the explainer video there that the AfroPayX platform, it's a very robust, a very, very robust one. You know, it's something that is definitely going to redesign the global financial space. That I can tell you for sure, because it integrates the traditional financial system with the crypto or blockchain system. You know, the gap that we have there, it tends to bridge it. You know, so that is basically huge, and it's focusing on three tiers of consumers. We're talking about individuals, we're talking about businesses, and we're also talking about software developers. You know, so like I mentioned earlier, one of the features or one of the benefits of AfroPayX is the ease of cross-border payments, the ease of remittances across Africa and also globally. You know, so it's going to be cheap. It's going to be instant. When I mean cheap, I'm not talking about in quality. I'm talking in terms of how much you get to pay or the cost of it. It's going to be very, very affordable. Okay, and it's going to be secure because it's blockchain technology. And one of the things that blockchain technology is known for is high level of security and transparency. Okay, so that is one of the beauty that comes with AfroPayX as far as payments, transfers is concerned. And we're not just looking at crypto crypto coins or tokens alone. We're also looking at fiat currencies as well, where you can get to swap. So in a case whereby you're an international business person and you have to keep looking for where to buy dollar, where to buy euro, where to buy naira, where to buy CD and all that, that will soon be a thing of the past with AfriPayX. All you just need to do is swap. What is the going rate? Go on AfriPayX, you choose the volume that you want to transfer the money to the AfriPayX platform, and providing your details, and within seconds you are getting the equivalent of that in your wallet. It could be either a fiat currency or it could be a cryptocurrency. So whatever, whichever case that you want. But what stands out about it is the convenience that you are getting at a very very affordable price. So you can imagine that it takes a whole lot of a headache of individuals and business owners. Another feature that comes with the AfriPayX, that you won't take for granted is what you call the wealth preservation system. What does that mean? Most people, especially in Africa, when you do business, especially if you are an importer, for example, or you do international trade, what usually happens is that foreign currency that you earn and you now convert to your local currency, if care is not taken, if you don't have a mechanism that you will use in actually preserving the value of that currency that you have, you find out that if you leave it over time, that value would have been eroded either by devaluation or by inflation. So someone that let's say imports uh, goods from let's say maybe Asia, America, or Europe, as the case may be. Okay, and he budgets um, uh, 10 million of his or our local currency to purchase the foreign currency that he or she will use to import goods. He imports the goods, let's say maybe in June, at a certain rate, when the conversion rate with your local currency was, let's say, maybe 1 to 100. That's in June. Okay, he purchased that and he now starts selling. Definitely he's going to also factor in the cost of the exchange and also factor profit, and he also has to think of being competitive in the market, so the selling price must also be competitive. So at the end of the day, he starts selling and he's able to make some margin for himself. Okay, he finished selling, and he has gotten his capital and his profit. The business owner decides, okay, let me take out my profit and let's use the original capital that I used in June to also go and repurchase. But unfortunately, in November, the value of the local currency has dropped drastically, which is very, very common in this part of the world. So he now has to buy, let's say, maybe dollar or one or euro or whatever as the case may be, at a more expensive rate to purchase the same quantity or the same volume of goods he bought earlier. So what happens? What it means is that the profit that he made from the previous business activity has already been eroded, because he will now have to add it to the current capital that he has, so that he can be able to change the same value of money that he once used earlier to buy the goods. So that is as a result of inflation. That could also happen as a result of devaluation. Okay, so when that happens, the value of the money keeps going down. So that business person is looking to him that he or she is actually making more money, or making the same amount of money, or even making less money. But unfortunately, the purchasing power of that same money is no longer the same. what that money can now buy is no longer the same as what it could buy some few months ago. Now, this is the solution that Tajiri Afripay X is providing. What you do is that once you have your money, instead of you just keeping the money in the bank and allow the value to be eroded and wait till when you want to do business again, you can lock it up in the Afripay X vault. So what happens is that if you lock it 3 months earlier, 3 months after, that same value is still the same. So you will either get the current value of that money again as at when it was. So what happens is that if so when the let's say as at you locked up your funds in the Tajiri vault 3 months ago, and the value of that currency, the value has dropped as at now. What you will be getting right now is the value of what you kept 3 months ago. So that means the volume will definitely be higher since the value or the purchasing power of that currency has dropped. This might be a bit technical to some people, but for those that understand the financial relationship and the intricacies, they will see where I'm coming from. So this will be a very, very good value for those people that need to preserve their wealth. They want to store it, and just keep it in a way. Additional features that we have also added in the Afripay X is the convenience, where you can actually get to make some pay some bills. You want to pay for your monthly subscription for, let's say, maybe data, or for your digital television service, or maybe airtime, or even for electricity. Whatever the case may be, you can actually use the Afripay X platform, to just you set it up, and you can actually use it to pay for your bills. You can actually use your Tajiri token to do that. Okay, so that is making it a whole lot convenient for you. Another thing you can also do is you can actually swap cryptocurrency tokens, or you can convert them to fiat currencies even on Africa X. Whatever the case may be, you can either change your crypto coins or tokens to fiat currency, or you can convert your fiat to any crypto coin of your choice, as long as it is available on the Afripay X platform. You can able to do that, and the fees are relatively low when you compare it with other platforms. Okay, so that is that for individuals and for business people. Then for developers, okay, let me also say this for business people. For those that have maybe websites or some web presence, or you want to collect your money or do your invoicing digitally and receive payments also. So you can actually take advantage of Afripay X, where you incorporate it into your business system. And once you raise your invoice, you tell in what currency, if you want to receive crypto or you want to receive fiat, you can incorporate that, and Afripay X will process the payment for you. Although you will require the services of a software developer in this regard, that can actually help it. But the infrastructure that you will need to incorporate into your business system has actually been provided by Afripay X. So what you need to do is just plug in. So even developers also can decide to also do this, to help businesses and business owners to also help develop online presence, online portals, websites, and the rest, and incorporate Afripay X plugins, Afripay X APIs that they can actually use, for web development, you know. So that's a beauty on its own. That is convenience also. So you can accept to you can choose to accept cryptocurrency as a means of payment. You can choose to accept fiat currency, fiat as a means of payment. So, or you can do a combination of both. So, whatever it is that is convenient for you as a business owner, you know, all you just need to do is take advantage of the AfriPayX platform, and you can be rest assured that you will be getting your receivables as at when due and at an affordable rate. Now, this is the icing on the cake. This is where you get to also make money on AfriPayX. So for you that have Tajiri tokens and it's just lying idle in your wallet, you can actually make money off it by providing your tokens into the liquidity pool. So this is similar to what you have that the banks do. They call it a fixed deposit. So your available funds, you give it out to the banks as liquidity for the banks to trade with. So once they use your money to trade, they pay you a certain percentage out of the profit that they make from the business they use your money for. The same thing goes for Tajiri. We call that kind of service, we call it staking, liquidity provision or staking. So what it means is that you provide your Tajiri token instead of it lying idle in your wallet. You provide it, and it is being used, you know, for trade and for transactions. Then the income generated as transaction fees, you know, is now shared, you know. So as a reward for providing your Tajiri tokens to the liquidity pool, you also get some reward in return. So that talks about the liquidity provision and staking. So if you have a large volume of Tajiri tokens, which I would advise that you get now, especially in this period that we are offering pre-sale round two. At the moment, the pre-sale round two, the token is going at a very low rate of 0.0000. That is four zeros and five. You know, so that means with I think with $50, you can be able to buy 1 million units of Tajiri tokens at this point in time. The offer actually started yesterday and it will end on the 15th of next month. So you have a 1 month window to actually take advantage. And if you are taking advantage of this offer at this time, in the first week, which is from now to like I think 24th of this month, you are also getting, in addition to your purchase, you are getting about I think whether 10% extra bonus or so to the original purchase, and it keeps going like that gradually, you know, until the offer period ends on the 15th of December. But I want you to note that for those that will be purchasing tokens in this pre-sale period, you will not be receiving your tokens immediately. They will be locked until I think either 1st or 15th of January. That is when it will be released into individual wallets. Okay, that is to sort of like regulate supply in the market to avoid a pump and dump. You know, so you will definitely get your tokens, but it's not going to be immediately. In addition, it's like Christmas came early as far as Tajiri project is concerned, because in addition, What you're also going to get is what we call the Tajiri reward token, which we call the Q Taj. Every holder of Tajiri token of a minimum of 200,000 units, a minimum of 200,000 units, they will be getting. That is, if you have it as a balance in your wallet as at the 21st of, of December, as at the 21st of December, where they will be doing a snapshot of all balances on the of wallets in the ecosystem. If you have a minimum of 200,000 Tajiri tokens in your wallet, then you will be getting the QTAG. The rate is going to be, um, I think it's going to be, if I'm not mistaken now, I think it's going to be for every 1,000 Tajiri token that you get 10 QTAG. For every 1,000, you get either one or you get 10. I'm not too sure now, but you can always get the details on the platforms. On all our handles, you'll always get the details either on Telegram, on Facebook, on Instagram, YouTube. All the details are there. So this is, I want to say, the best time for you to plug in into the Tajiri project. You know, it's just like the way Bitcoin actually started about 10 years ago. You know, most people did not take it seriously, and it started to grow, it started to grow, it started to grow until now. As of today, Bitcoin is going for about, I think, about $65,000 for 1 unit of Bitcoin. But at about 10 years ago, it was selling for less than 1 cent. You know, um, may I draw your attention to one thing that makes the Tajiri project stand out. If you are familiar with crypto projects, you find out that majority of the crypto tokens and coins that you find available in the crypto space are really not backed by any physical activity that gives value. Check around, look around. You hardly find one. But for Tajiri, it is one of the kind. It is one of the first that is actually backed by biz- real business activities. Real business activities. At the moment, we're providing digital platforms. Right now, we are also in discussion stage with providing real products, real tangible products. You know, even at the moment, we're also looking at real estate. You know, so that's to tell you, in different parts of the world, we're looking at farming, we're looking at manufacturing, we're looking at what we call industrial estates. You know, but one has to start from somewhere, so it's going to be in phases. So at this beginning stage, this is usually the best time, you know, for one to take advantage of such projects. You do your research, check your history books. Most of the time, when projects like this wants to start, I remember someone told a story of Microsoft when Bill Gates wanted to start Microsoft, how he was calling some people to join him and partner with him, you know, and they were reluctant about it. But now, what he was asking them for then, if these guys were to bring that amount now, they will be getting next to nothing, you know. But if only they had known and they had sown in that business as at when they had that opportunity, a lot of them as at now would have gotten their money problems solved completely. So I don't want you to take this as a joke. I don't want you to take it as something that is unserious. I see the vision. It's big. The project is huge. I can bet you. And someone once said that when Coca-Cola actually started, in their first year, I don't think they made or how many sales. One ridiculous amount was the sales that they made in the first year. But look at Coca-Cola today. They are almost in every nook and cranny of the world. You know, the starting is always the problem. But if you can see the tree, the oak tree in the oak seed, you know, then your best bet is just for you to plug in. One mistake that a lot of us make is that we don't want to take risks. And when you don't take risk, how can you profit? But it's out of ignorance because everything about life also is risk. There is risk associated in everything concerning life. The moment that you are conceived, there is an element of risk. The risk of an abortion is there. The risk of you contracting a disease is there. The risk of the deformity is there. Even when you were born, right from the point that you were born up to the point that you're growing, you know, there's still element of risk. You could fall sick, you could encounter an accident, anything can happen to you, you know. So the same thing goes with business, the same thing goes with investment. The bottom line is that you should be able to take a risk. But one thing I don't agree to is you taking a risk that is way above you. You must know what your risk appetite is, you know. You must also be willing to invest in what you can afford to lose, you know. So having said that, I want to invite you once again to plug in into the Tajiri project and take advantage of it right now, especially at this moment. Or you can actually use it as a gift for blessing someone during this Christmas period, and the person will be forever be grateful to you. Tajiri project has actually come to stay. So I think at this juncture, I would like to stop here, and if there are any questions, I would like to take questions, and if not, we can call it another glorious day, and we will look forward to seeing you next week, same time, where we get to discuss another feature of the Tajiri ecosystem. So can we have questions if there are people online at the moment? I can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much for the time.
Thank you,
We have
sir.
been talking about the Tajiri and the AfroPlayers ecosystem. At the moment, we basically have we just have comments and there's no direct question. So
Okay. Okay. Okay, no problem. I believe that as people begin to show up and as we keep building momentum using this avenue, the numbers will increase and we'll begin to have more questions. Although there are other platforms where we also you take advantage to engage people and get to share what the Tajiri project is all about and bring them up to speed on what is going on. And talking about what is going on, two or three, I think there are about three of our projects, that is our platform. They are presently at the testing stage. So after the testing, they are going to be released to the public, and then we can begin to have a feel of what we are bringing to the table. I'm so excited about it. I'm so excited. We have one of the platforms we call it the boss card. That is a businessman's communication tool, complete in all its features. Think about having WhatsApp, Telegram, LinkedIn, and a bit of Google, all mashed up in one. And you also get to earn for carrying out some free activities that you normally would do. I'm so excited about that. You know, you can also get to advertise your goods and services to as many people as possible around the world. And we're at the testing stage of Buzzcard right now, and using it, I feel good. You make calls, video calls, voice calls, send messages to as many people around the world. You name it, you can do a lot of things on Buzzcard. And I'm so excited about that. The other platform that is about to be launched is the Creator. That is the creative people's heaven. It's about time to bring your creative side, to make it come alive. On Created, you can leverage on your passion, leverage on your experience, leverage on your knowledge, leverage on your skill. Just make money, create digital content, put them in the digital space on Created, and people that need that, they need your content, they pay for it. And every day you just wake up, check your back office, and you get to smile as money begins to roll in. Creators, I'm excited about it. The Creators Haven, watch out for it. It's also on testing, on it's being tested at the moment. So once it is released, we will get the information across, and every one of you can take advantage of it. The last but not the least that is being tested is what we call the Aoe Market. Nothing like it that I know of. A platform where you purchase items and you get cash back, even up to 99% of the cost price. How does that sound? That's crazy. Crazy, man. So it's as good as getting it for free, those are as part of the things that you get from the Tajiri project. So let me just give you a hint. At least let's leave it at that. Then, as the weeks roll by, we continue to unfold the magic according to the gospel of Tajiri. It's been a pleasure talking to you once again. I hope you've gotten value in today's presentation. And in the absence of any question, I look forward to seeing you next week. God bless you.